This is my part 3 recording for Pro 5121. So I'm going to start with the registration. So be starting by making the incorrect inputs. So now entering a username, we're going to just copy and paste from here. Is the username, and then I'm going to paste it over here. So it will print out username is not correctly formatted and the rest of the thing. So now enter password. So let me just type password. So still it won't enter because it doesn't meet the required it doesn't meet the requirements in this app. So I'm going to enter a number. So I'm just going to take this one over here, just copy and paste, and then so now since these registrations are false, it won't be able to log in because those things have been like incorrectly formatted, so it won't show a login menu. So now let's go ahead and do the correct input. So I'm just gonna run the application again. So Mozilla, I'm just going to take from the examples over here. So here's the password. Alright, then the phone number is over here. So if the user has entered the correct things, and now the user want to ask, and then he or she entered the incorrect output, it's not going to show the login menu. So let me demonstrate over here. So now if like I take this username over here, because since it's asking for the username to log in, and I put it over here, please enter your password. So I'm just going to copy here. Wait, okay, I just type in password. Login failed, cannot access quick chat, meaning the login doesn't match when it was like when the user was registering. So it won't allow the user to show, it won't show the menu to the user. This is how my program flows. So now I'm going to rerun the app again, and then yeah. So this is, I'm just going to Kyle underscore, let me check the password. Yeah. So I'm going to take a password over here. And I'm going to enter the correct number. So let me log in again. So I'm just going to copy and paste over here so that I can log in. And then I'm going to enter the correct password. Now, since these results that they match, is going to show the user the quick menu. So I'll start by sending messages. So now I'm just going to press 1 over here. How many messages do I'm just going to send? Let me just send 1 message. How many messages do you want to send? I'm going to send 1. So I'm going to search one. Now enter recipient phone number. So I'm just going to copy this one, and then I'll change the last digit so that it doesn't duplicate. And right now enter your message. I hate going to school. So now it's going to auto generate the message ID, and then it will make the message hash, taking the first two digits from the message ID, the message number, which is the first message, and then the first word and the last word of the sentence. Now it prints out this the message recipient. So what do you want to say? So I'm going to let me store let me send let me store. So okay, I'll start by sending. So now it will just say message successfully sent, and then it will add to the array. So now let's go and see the recently sent messages. So it's going to print out this option is coming through. So now if I choose quit, then it will stop the program. So yes, and then let's go to option 4. I'm just going to option 4. Now display sender and recipient of all stored messages. So let me just go and display sender and recipient of all messages stored. So I'm going to reveal those messages that have been stored from the JSON file. So here are the messages that have been stored, as you can see over here. Now display the longest stored message. So let me just go over here. So I made a static method that's going to take the array in the message. As you can see, it's a file. So I created a menu, as you can see. So I'm just going to assign those uh, static arrays from the message to this ones over here. So I made my array static because I want each message ID, each everything to be shared, because if those arrays were not static, each message was going to have its own array, which will now I'll be losing my data now. So for choice 1, so I'm just going to check if like it has messages. Which choice 1 is this one, which says display sender or so. Now it's going to check if there is messages first. No, now if there's no messages, then it's going to print, else it's going to print depending on the number of messages. As you can see, message.get message size. So this is an array, so it's going to print those messages. So now, and then so now let's go to case B. This is my second array, which case B is for display the longest stored message. So now this message, I'm going to check the longest message. So what I did over here is, of course, I'm going to check if like those stored is the array that has stored message is empty. So now if it's empty, it's going to what to display those messages. So now I made a string over here, so it's going to take the first sentence from the array. So I'm going to assign it here. So now for in is going to check all over the array using all over the array, and then it's going to check if the length they are not the same. As you can see, if stored to get is greater than the sentence over here in this variable, if it's greater than, then it's going to assign it to that, and then it's going to do, and then after checking that array, and then it's going to output the longest message. So now let's go again and do the case B. Which case B is for search for a message ID. So now we are over here we're going to ask the users to enter an ID to search. So now we're going to assign a variable to a -1 because we don't have the index. So now we're going to check, and then if that ID equals ID at index, maybe at index I, we are going to assign that I to the found index, as you can see. So now if it's not equals to -4, meaning it will be another number, then it's going to assign, we are going to print those recipient and messages, as you can see. And then else is going to output message not found. So now let's go to case B, which is case B is for search all messages for a particular recipient. So it's going to work the same as like the that one for searching with an ID. Then it's going to just going to do the same, as you can see. So now search recipient, so we are now assigning a message. We are assigning a found to false. So now what we're going to do, we are going to ask the user to enter a number, and then it's going to iterate in the array, and then if it's found, it's going to be true over here. As you can see, you attend to true. So now if it's true, we are going to output what? No, if it's true, we are going to print the messages. Wait a minute. So it's going to iterate. After finding it, it's going to output it. And then after outputting that message, it's going to assign the boolean to true. And then this for will stop. And then if it's not found, no messages for this response has been found. So the message the recipient is not found in the array. So let's go to case E. Enter message hash to delete. Okay. So now this one is just going to remove from memory. It doesn't remove from the actually stored file. For example, so we are now going to like search for an array using index found hash index. We're going to iterate and then assign that iterated number to this variable over here. As you can see, so we remove, so but then if it's not found, we are going to message hash has not been found. And then this only remove from memory, it doesn't remove from the stored JSON file. So now let's go to display. So this one is going to iterate through the array. The size is going to print the message ID, message here, the recipient, and then the message over here. And then when you press G, we are assigning that variable which is here back, which is what we're assigning to true. So this main will not run again, so just go back to the what, to the main. So yes, so now let's go and all right, so program logic, but then I think I did that so recently. Okay, so now let me just go and open the JSON file. I'm just going to open the JSON file, but then man, it's fine. Let me not do it, man. Okay, so now I'm going to do the unit tests. Let me just open over there. So this is the message. So first it's going to clear the array first, and then add the messages, and then it's going to assign those sent from the message from the sent message, which is from the array in the message class. So now we're going to search, we're going to assert. So now how many messages are we going to at what? At sent dot size. So we're going to iterate in this so we're going to check. So as you can see, it's going to do everything as z equals, so it's going to take the message from what, from index send dot 0, because now we are adding, we have added here and then we added again here. So now we're going as it equals submit messages to, in which array sent size. So now the first message is, did you get the cake? Which is, then if it equals, so yes, it does the same. So this one test is for checking the longest message. As you can see, is just the same thing as you can see over here. And then search message ID is for searching the message ID. So first we're going to click there an array, and then we are going to add, and then we're going to assign search ID to this number over here. So we're going to asset, and then we're going to, if it's not equals, then as it equals is dinner time message, then it's going to get the message at found index. So now this one is for checking if the recipient number is available or is not available, and then the delete by message hash is over here. So now it's going to check if the message hash is available. If it's available, it's going to what, to delete, it's going to remove, as you can see. So just this one is just going to display the report. So let me just run and show you that they are working. So I'm just going to test my file, as you can see. So my file, my tests are working perfect, as you can see. So with my GitHub action, so I'm just going to make an action over here. So I'm just going to say action, and then I'm going to rerun all jobs. Rerun. So now it's running my tests over here, as you can see. So my tests have passed. So this is my part 3 recording. So yeah,